Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the AFGC. This is Charlie Wolf Gaming bringing you a first to 10 set tonight in Mortal Kombat 11 between F4Renzic and MisterJivs. Just before we get into the action, guys, I just want to share with you something which I'm obviously very proud of, and I'm sure that you will leave a comment in the comment section below just to tell me what you think about our brand new intro to our YouTube channel. So coming up now, guys, it's the first for YouTube. It's the first time you're going to be seeing this. The AFGC intro to Mortal Kombat 11. Here it is. Over here!
I could give a damn if you doubt me.
Guys, so we've got the Steam lobby set up already, and just before we get into the action, guys, I want to introduce you to somebody who needs absolutely no introduction. He's been part of the FGC Africa team since Mortal Kombat X days, if not before. Shalzable, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Good, thanks to you, Charlie Wolf. It's good to be back.
It's good to have you, my friend.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. Let's kick some ass and see some combat action. I can't wait to talk shit and then watch some awesome games with you, my man. Let's do this.
Well, you speak about awesome games, and I think it's going to be exactly that, because the players that we have tonight, just to give you a little bit of background, I've actually played both these players quite a few times already in the not too distant past. And
nice
both these players are really accomplished Mortal Kombat 11 players. We've got tonight F4Renzic taking on MisterJivs. We're just waiting for MisterJivs to come into the Koth lobby.
Cool. Yeah, I want to hear more about these guys and what they've got going for them. Tell me more about F4Renzic.
Well, F4Renzic is a Sub-Zero main.
Okay.
Predominantly plays Thin Ice. And what you're going to see quite a lot of is good spacing, good patience. He's basically one of those players that tells his opponent, stay out of the air because the skies belong to me. If you come in, I'm going to down to you. And
down to from downtown. Let's go.
Absolutely. And he's also got a Jade, a Emerald Defender Jade, and again, very good keep away. Very good patience, and you know, with Jade and her powerful down two, if you come into the skies, you're gonna get down to So that is F4Renzic, and he's going up against MisterJivs. Now, MisterJivs actually took a break from Mortal Kombat between December and probably about March.
What is the reason for the hiatus?
I think he was actually away from his home doing some work, and he needed a bit of traveling, etc. So as a result, he wasn't able to be involved with Mortal Kombat 11. He has come back. He actually took part in the very first tournament that the AFGC held, which was back in November. He didn't do too badly. He ended up in the top 8.
Nice one.
And
what was he maining?
I'm not sure who he was maining at the time, but he's got a new main now in the form of Frost.
Ooh.
Which is a very interesting choice of character, I think, even for him, because not too many players play Frost. So
that's for sure.
So I think the advantage to MisterJivs is that F4Renzic might not be 100% aware of the matchup, and he might need the first couple of games just to get used to what Frost brings to the table, because like I said, Frost is not somebody you see every day, whether it be in Combat League, whether it be in online casuals, whether it be in personal or private 1v1s. So I think MisterJivs has an upper hand there from that perspective, just having the knowledge of Frost as a character. Obviously, he's going to come up against quite a few Sub-Zeros in Combat League, as we all know. Can be quite toxic at times, some of the Sub-Zeros we face in Combat League. But I think...
Charlie, you know my view. You know my view on Sub-Zero.
He does not have an ice clone, Sheldon. He does not have an
ice clone. He
needs to be
deleted from the game. That's what needs to be done.
If you delete Sub-Zero, you actually delete Mortal Kombat. It's as simple as that.
We are going to... That disagreement. We're already having a dispute on the stream.
So we're just waiting for Forensic has already joined us in the COT lobby. We're just waiting for MisterJivs to join us as well. And then we'll get this
Okay.
first to 10 action underway.
Nice one. I'm interested to see how Frost takes on either Jade or Sub-Zero because I think both of them are pretty hard matchups.
Yep.
I can't say I've seen a Frost versus Jade or a Frost versus Sub-Zero in the recent coming weeks or during the whole of lockdown, which feels like it's been 3 years. So you tell me, what do you think is going to be Frost's main problem versus, say, Sub-Zero or Jade? Is it going to be the spacing?
I think with Frost, I think with a projectile, he does play Arctic Anarchy, from what I can remember. And that projectiles that Arctic Anarchy does possess, they do come out quite slow. And the first one, actually, Sub-Zero can slide underneath it. So I think that might be a bit difficult trying to use your projectiles to just create a bit of spacing because Sub-Zero is going to slide very quickly under that first projectile. The second one is a mid, but I think because that projectile does come out a bit slow, I think she might have a bit of trouble getting rid of Sub-Zero's slide attack. So it's going to be quite interesting. MisterJivs has just asked me to send him an invite to the COTH. So
here we go.
he has joined us. The invite has been sent.
Nice one. We got inputs from Stacks, Mr. Stacks himself from the chat saying that he believes Frost does well against Jade.
Against Jade, possibly. I do think that we're going to see Sub-Zero first. I must be honest with you.
We're going to be going straight for Sub versus Frost.
I think so.
Well, then you know who I'm going to be backing, and it's going to be Frost all the way.
I'm going to be straight down the middle here. All I can say is that it's going to be an interesting match.
Nice one. Are we about to get into this one, Charlie Wolf?
We are indeed. And guys, it is a first to 10 setting. So both players are going to have more than enough time to get used to the matchup. MisterJivs with his typical hidden character select. But I think we all know that this is going to be a Frost pick. As I said, Forensic is going to go directly for Sub-Zero. And Sheldon, this is going to be one of those matches that will probably keep us on the edge of our seats for this entire first to 10 duration.
I'm ready, pal. I am ready. And I want to see if he did. No, he did. He did obviously took Frost because I can see it now. What's the point of hidden if you can just see what what buttons to press for the character?
So here we go. Frost, unlike Mitsuonis, these guys are going to let the intros rock by the looks of it.
Poor mentor.
Mentor? You were an obstacle.
Tell him, Frost.
Tests are hard.
Things getting a bit personal here between the two cryomancers. Here we go. Okay, down one, the first bit of damage issued by Sub-Zero. Let's see how long it takes before we see that first down two, Sheldon.
Down two from downtown.
Good wake up there. Okay, and here comes the Sub-Zero shenanigans. That's 60% of Frost's life already gone. Didn't expect to get that first ice ball. Converts with the second ice ball, but good start here for Sub-Zero. And as simple as that, it's round one.
Absolutely commanding round from Forensic there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No.
Okay, this is typical of the PC port Mortal Kombat 11. We're not going to worry too much, guys. We're just going to get back into the COTH lobby. We're going to re-invite these guys. It seems like Forensic is the one that is left. So let's just try and invite him again. He's still very much on Steam, so I think it was... Oh, I just saw him disappear now, Sheldon. Okay, he is back. He is back. Okay, so
Thanks, Telcom.
Yeah, let's just call it Telcom for now.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunate that, okay, maybe it's fortunate. It's the first game, and maybe it's the last time that that's going to happen for the evening. But
let's hope.
a very commanding first round display there from Forensic.
Definitely. That Sub-Zero was maintaining pressure, keeping the schmicks up in MisterJivs' face. MisterJivs still not knowing which buttons to press, what felt like it, but I feel like he's going to bring it back right now. I feel like it was just a bit of a feeling the matchup, and he's going to bring it back. Watch this space.
Okay, so just while we're waiting for Renzic to join us again, Sheldon, do you think that because this is game 1, we should actually just restart the entire first to 10 set, or do you
100%.
you don't think that when these
Restart it.
guys reconvene that MisterJivs should throw the first round, considering that Forensic took it so convincingly? I think it's early enough in the set to just start everything from scratch.
I agree. It was first match, first round. Surely we can just start the first to 10 over.
Yeah, no, that's perfectly fine from our side as well.
Good.
So, guys, I'm not sure how many people are in the chat right now, but
Looks like we got about 12.
that's not bad. So I think for the guys that are new, while we're waiting for Forensic to join us, I'm just going to play that intro yet again, Sheldon. Like I said, I'm extremely proud of it.
Yeah, hit it, man.
And for those that haven't quite seen it yet, please just have a look at this and, leave a comment, drop a like if you need to. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. But this is absolutely awesome. So here it goes.
I could give a damn if you doubt me.
Okay, Sheldon, that was absolutely fantastic yet again. Guys, if you liked that intro, please leave a like, drop a subscribe. The guys from the community really came together to put that together for AFGC and for Charlie Wolf Gaming. So if you do like it, please leave a like, leave a comment, just give us some feedback in the chat, tell us what you thought about it. From our point of view, obviously extremely proud that
Hells yeah.
it's just a fantastic intro. It speaks Mortal Kombat, it feels Mortal Kombat, and more importantly, it feels like Africa. So
Damn straight. You know what? It's been really cool to see the Steam guys really just putting in the efforts and just absolutely just sharing everything that they have and just coming together. And it's really cool because just check how awesome and the quality that it's given to the stream there, Johnny.
absolutely. I just want to second that, Sheldon. The Steam community, who I almost think is the overlooked community from a Mortal Kombat perspective, because everybody flocks towards console more often than not. So we've actually established for ourselves quite a nice PC community. I mean, just this evening I was looking at the Mortal Kombat log on Steam, and there were at 1.15 players from my friend list active on Mortal Kombat 11. So it just shows that the Steam community has really come together and have really enjoyed playing Mortal Kombat on Steam. And Forensic has just indicated now he's come back into the Koth, so he's accepted the invitation. He should be here fairly shortly.
Nice one.
And we should get this first to 10 back underway. Apparently there was an issue with the Mortal Kombat servers from Forensic's viewpoint, because he says the internet is absolutely fine. Okay.
Oh, well, stuff happens, yeah.
I see him back in the lobby right now, so I'm just going to go back onto the main screen, Sheldon.
Cool.
And we're going to get this first to 10 underway now. Hopefully that was the first and the last time that disconnect is going to happen. And we can go back into seeing some Sub-Zero versus Frost action in this official game number 1 in this first to 10 set.
Let's go. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Who do you think is going to take it this time? Do you feel MisterJivs is going to warm up with his Frost and actually do something about that now that he knows what's coming for him? Or are we just going to see Sub-Zero doing what he does best?
Well, I think while MisterJivs was on a break, there was probably some time to just think about what went wrong in that first round. So let's just see if he can adjust here. But first to 10, guys, game number 1, round number 1. And unlike in the previous time round, Frost on the ascendancy this time round. That's excellent closing down of that space there by F4Renzic to just use a raw slide, close in on Frost, get the combo going, and I think both these guys are on even health right now. Feeling each other out. Ice ball conversion off the standing one.
Couldn't do anything about that. Completely out of bars. Just literally eating everything right now because he's got literally no meter left.
Trying to fight back his Frost, but I think Sub-Zero just one touch away from taking the round. There is the touch, there is the first round. Back to where we were at the end of that first round in the previous match, Sheldon.
Yeah, literally no change. So now we absolutely cutting it. But now check, we're seeing Frost actually coming up with something. Oh, is he going to let go? No, he doesn't. Follows through. Sub coming back with a couple more pokes of his own. Oh, that hard to blockable. And a
Rushing
solid
low.
KB. I'll tell you what, it's so cold in here. It's colder than a Wishes City face down in the snow.
Just think about it. Frost versus Sub-Zero in the Cyber Linkui factory. How
It is
fitting.
cold. Sub-Zero taking a first match, going all the way straight to F4Renzic.
Okay, so no change from that first match, unfortunately, and Sub-Zero, like he did in that first match, picking up from where he left off and taking it, I think, with relative ease at the end of the day. And
It did feel very strong there, eh?
it did indeed, and I think F4Renzic, I don't think he's going to have to rush into a different character. Thank you very much. He goes straight to Frost again. I think, like with any situation, he's probably just going to need a match or two to get used to the matchup. But don't count your chickens just yet, Sheldon. I've seen MisterJivs play, and this is far from over. I can guarantee you that.
Nice one. I'm hoping that MisterJivs is going to change his matchup style a little bit. Maybe go in when he knows that he's not going to get full punish, especially with not having any two defensive bar meters. I'm interested to see how they go for it. There we go, round match 2, 1-0 to F4Renzic.
I don't know if these guys said the memo to each other. No, they didn't. They've skipped the intros. They're getting straight into the action. Good block
There's no
there
time
from...
to let him go.
Again, good overhead block there coming in from MisterJivs. Out of range from their stride, and he managed to get the amplified projectile, but unfortunately he's going to eat the full combo punish here by Sub-Zero. And there we go, the down two that I spoke about just earlier on, Sheldon, coming out once again. Hard to
Off
blockable.
that overhead low.
So we've seen the down two from F4Renzic. We've also seen the YOLO slide in that round. And unfortunately for MisterJivs, both seem to be quite effective strategies there by Sub-Zero.
Yeah, MisterJivs completely needs to start watching that. I mean, you can see already, same stuff, catching him with the grab, catching with the overhead, you know, getting caught pressing buttons again there, caught in the schmicks. What is MisterJivs going to do differently here to prevent that? I mean, there we go, full match gone, and just solid combos coming through from F4Renzic, 2-0.
I wish this lockdown was as quick as that second round there, Sheldon. Because that was a mopping, that was a washing. It's
I'll tell you
2-0.
what, it might be cold in the UK, but Sub-Zero is acting cold with a cold shoulder.
And unfortunately, MisterJivs doesn't seem to have any answer for that right now.
I think MisterJivs needs to change something up, either a bit of spacing, a character change, maybe, I don't know, something needs to change.
Chilly Willy,
Okay, he's thinking about it.
Ice Queen.
No, he's not. He goes straight to Frost yet again. So like I said, it might take the first couple of matches to get MisterJivs just used to the matchup. He's obviously had enough time now to see what Sub-Zero likes to do. He's obviously going for a lot of overheads. He's going for a lot of overhead lows. He's also going for a few YOLO slides. And like I said at the beginning of this first to 10, MisterJivs is kind of advised to just stay out of the air because there's a down two waiting, and he's been hit with about 3 of those already. and the score's 2-0. So something's going to have to change. You're quite right there, Sheldon.
Okay, let's see what he does. Intro's not rocking. Straight into it we go. Oh, the down two from downtown. There it is. Oh, punish that. Oh, just missed it. Oh, another thing there. Keeping the pressure on him. That's good. Full combo.
Okay, 230
Facing.
damage.
Oh. Full crushing blow coming in there from Sub-Zero. Full combo punish. 362. Taste it. Frost keeping him out of it. MisterJivs. Oh, gets hit by it. I think he could pull this round if he just stays with it. Oh, he went straight for the fatal blow. Not something I would have gone for at that moment.
Crushing blow, and that's going to do it.
Ouch. I'll tell you what, Connor, that one hurt a bit. MisterJivs is feeling disappointed. He looked like he had it.
I think you might have been just a little bit impatient there with that fatal blow. And I mean, I think you said it yourself. You wouldn't have necessarily used it right there. But I think in terms of trying to get some momentum here, he was probably thinking if he can get this round, it might put him in good stead for the rest of this match, because I think that's exactly what MisterJivs read right now. Just a round to say to himself, okay, I am in this. And he's doing not too bad in the second round here, Sheldon.
Yeah, that pressure, he's just keeping that pressure and just making sure that he's taking advantage of every mistake that Forenzic's doing. There we go, YOLO slides, he knows it's coming, but instead he's jumping over it instead of, punishing it. Caught pressing buttons once again. Oh, wasn't sure. Tastes the grab. He's got a chance here. What's he going to do? Unlucky to grab it.
Oh, we're going to see it.
We're
going to see it.
With love.
Sub-Zero wins.
Okay, so I think Frost is feeling very much like the prodigy right now. Sub-Zero clearly looking like the mentor.
And
he's
that's the best way to put it.
Yeah, no, and he's teaching his prodigy quite a few lessons. In fact, he's taught the 3 lessons already. And
it's very it's very simple. You get a 10 from respect from me if you do a brutality easy.
You get a 10 for respect.
100%. Only then do you get a 10 from me.
Okay, so Johnny Cage maybe just trying to think about not calling her Frost, and he's called her Elsa. So I don't know if that's going to be a good omen for Frost. He just called her Elsa. Can you believe it? That's Johnny Cage for you in Mortal Kombat 11.
You got the Johnny Cage intros rocking, eh?
Yeah. No, I have to have that. I mean, when you call somebody Elsa, I think that just give her extra 10% power here. So don't be surprised if you see Frost pull off the win here, courtesy of Johnny Cage. And funny enough, he's in the background watching this matchup. So I think everything pointing in favor of Elsa right now.
Okay, well look at this absolute strength coming through. He's keeping the pressure on him. Step away and make sure. Good corner combo. Wake up start coming through from Forensic. Awesome start. What do you think he's going to do now? Which way do you think this is going to go, Carlo?
It's tough to say. Oh, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in Mortal Kombat 11. Sub-Zero slid Frost out of an air dive. Pressing buttons. And he's going to get the grab. And unfortunately, again, Sub-Zero is teaching Frost a lesson or two.
Elsa!
Fight!
I'll tell you what, it does look like MisterJivs is starting to really feel himself. He's got his spacing, he's got his character awareness. He knows that slides are going to come, but he's still making the small mistakes of pressing buttons when he shouldn't be. They're punished. Good. Got it.
There we go. That's what he was looking for the first time around. He missed it the first time. He has to watch out for that crushing blow.
Oh, time to punish. Unfortunately, just missed it.
Okay, that looks like
also not.
Input error there, don't you think, Sheldon?
Yeah, 100%.
Good blocking.
Chipping
away.
Well, this round's definitely looking in MisterJivs' favor, but if
there we go.
Finally, a round to MisterJivs. Now let's check what happens.
Johnny Cage seemed quite happy about that. trading, but unfortunately have to eat the full combo punish as a result of getting frozen.
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 Good pressure coming in from MisterJivs. Aced my ass block.
Johnny
Carl.
Cage again, very happy with what he's seeing there. It seems that Johnny Cage only seems to applaud when Frost seems to do damage. He seems to be a little bit upset when Sub-Zero, but unfortunately he's gonna have to eat that crushing blow there. Punish, no.
No, missed it just himself. Good pokes coming through. Not letting him get away with it. Easy overhead. And they're looking right about easy with life. Oh, just gets down poked for that full combo. Oh, what do we have here? This looks good.
Nope, he's not finished yet.
All plus.
Oh, MisterJivs must be thinking to himself, what does he need to do to get a match over here?
I'll tell you what, he really came into form at the end there.
He
But
did.
unfortunately, cracked under the pressure. The pressure was immense. I mean, Sub-Zero's plus game with that stupid boot.
The forward
and then
four.
the straight up, the forward four, and then
Yeah.
straight to down one. You got to expect it. You got to know that it's coming. Does MisterJivs have that matchup knowledge of Sub-Zero? Because it looks like he does. The further we go into it.
Yeah, I think he's getting as much data as possible. And I mean, he's sticking to
Tundra.
who Johnny Cage is now referred to as the Ice Queen.
I am Johnny's
Elsa.
complete lack of
So he's had 4 matches to get as much data on Sub-Zero as possible. So surely with that cyberized body of Frost there and some input of Chronica, surely that data must be sticking somewhere. And let's hope that it's going to come out in this game number 5, because F4Renzic almost racing into a 4-0 lead. This guy is called Sub-Zero, but at the moment it seems like he's the Flash, because he just speeds into a 4-game lead. So let's see if we can stop some of that momentum from coming up. Unfortunately, another 233 damage combo to start off the round number 1. Good block there, but unfortunately misses the punish and eats a slide this time.
Oh, catches him in the air. Also coming in with the wands.
Okay, so this might be a change in tactics here, because I think this is actually the first grab that we see coming
Man,
through from
that's-
MisterJivs.
Tell me, Carlo, how many times does it take to get that stupid Sub-Zero crushing blows? It's 3 enhanced slides.
It is a crush on the 3rd slide, yeah, on the 3rd enhanced slide.
On the 3rd slide. So it's been 3 enhanced slides caught
Yeah,
on the 1st round. I mean, if that's what's getting caught by, that's what MisterJivs needs to focus on. Oh,
this is the fatal blow.
man, just not connecting those combos. It's really sad for me to see, because I'm just like, you got it, you're about to hit it. And then drops the end one. But good pressure coming in from MisterJivs again. There we go. Full punish. Is he going to connect to the combo? Perfect. Full corner carry. What does he do? Puts himself in the corner. Tries to get a down one post. Not happening. Sub-Zero is like, yeah, taste my slush puppy. Frost like, no. Back in there you go.
One slide away from getting out of there, unfortunately, and the crushing blow, 309 damage, a game changer. There's the down 2 that I spoke about all this time.
There we go. Oh, can't punish that. Just goes for the punish grab. Oh, he's got it. He's got the momentum. He just needs to get him down. Oh, who's gonna get it? Oh, this is looking tight.
Oh,
Absolutely great spatial awareness there for F4Renzic to know that if he jumps up just through his little ice axe, he was gonna take it. What does that put us at?
you know, Sheldon, the score is 5-0. It feels like the stream barely started, and we're suddenly at 5-0.
Man, I don't want this to be a whitewash. I can't. I don't want it to be. I need Sub-Zero to lose. It's just part of my day-to-day life. I don't think I can go a whole 45 minutes first 10 watching Sub-Zero win game after game. I need Sub-Zero to lose.
While he's sticking to Frost, aka soft serve as Johnny Cage now calls her.
AKA soft serve, slush puppy, milky lane, water. That is what she is right now.
Yeah, I don't think she knows exactly what she is. What
We got Panda Para in the chat saying Jivs needs to be more patient. I'll tell you what, it's hard to be patient with the Sub-Zero because he is constantly in your face.
Well, Jiv's experiencing. I think there's so much nerves coming in. I think there were times where he could have gotten a full combo punish but opted for the grab. There was times where he could have gotten a punish and he punished with a down one. So I think there's a bit of nerves, and obviously he's under a bit of pressure just to get himself on the scoreboard here. So I think quite right there from Para and Panda just saying there that he just needs to exercise a bit of patience. The Sub-Zero doesn't seem to come with a clear strategy. It's kind of like whatever the situation is asking for, that's what he's doing. And
There it is. Mr. G is fully aware now that the YOLO slides are going to come. There it is. There's another one.
that's a good combo. Doesn't finish it off.
He needs to watch out. Watch for those wake-ups because they're going to come.
Again, the first round crushing blow. So how many advanced or amplified slides does F4Renzic connect in this first round?
I'll tell you what. On the next match, I'll keep track. I'll do a YOLO slide counter to see when we reach that crushing blow. But it's happening too quickly. I felt like that was a bit of a bad input there from MisterJivs. And eats the full combo for it. Overhead, low. I mean, it's so hard to catch, especially online. Just ForRenzic absolutely walking away with it. Good wake up, put them in the corner. Can you keep the pressure and just wait for the wake up because it's going to come? Keep him in there. Wake up, there it is.
MisterJivs with a wake up of his own.
Yeah. YOLO slide. What's going to happen?
Don't go in. You are in fatal blow territory. You can take this round.
YOLO slide. Oh, I mean, that wasn't really YOLO. That was good. I mean, that was a punish, was it not?
You know what? I'm starting to think that every slide that Sub-Zero throws out seems to be a YOLO slide.
I think we can agree on one thing, that every... yeah, I'm fully with you, Carlo. Fully with you.
Okay, so I wonder if this is going to maybe be a cue for MisterJivs to possibly consider a different character. Because he's tried with Frost. We can't blame him for not trying. And I think everything he has tried
Sub-Zero
doesn't seem to be working.
You know what? There has been...
big trouble.
Oh, finally, we got a change up here.
Okay, so we do have a change up.
Yeah.
And you know, I hate to say this, Sheldon, but
You will be up.
I don't think Sub-Zero's strategy is going to change much. He's going to come up with the overhead lows. He's going to do these YOLO slides. Online, it's unfortunately very difficult to react to that, so you almost need to kind of preempt it. So that when you do manage to get the block on those slides, the full combo punish is waiting, and Shang Tsung can punish and can punish big. He hits like a truck, especially with that ninja shape-shifting shenanigans that he comes with. I think he did go for the Soul Eater variation. He did.
Yeah, he did. So that's not got the ninjas, the changing ninjas, eh? Just
Yeah, no, this is the ninja variation.
it is. Okay, cool. So, you know what? I feel like this is obviously a much different character to Frost. But we're gonna need. Oh well, there we go. So no more zoning at least from Sub-Zero. What difference is this gonna do?
Not looking too good, Sheldon. Not looking too good for MisterJivs at all.
Well, it looks like the comments are all for Shang Gang. But right now it's not looking good. But I'll tell you what, he does have a load of plus strings. So let's see what he does. MisterJivs is not one to fall quickly. He does bring it back. So let's see what happens. At least right into the end. When Forensic decides it's clutch.
Okay, that's what we were waiting for. Nice combo there, 250 damage. Pressing buttons, crushing blow.
I was just taking some sip of my water, and all I was thinking was, there we go. Sub-Zero slide. Ermac is in attendance. Rain is in attendance. Grab is in attendance, not to be seen. Wake Ups are in attendance, and another win to Forensic is in attendance.
I think a lot of things and a lot of people attending this first to 10 right now. Unfortunately, what we haven't seen attending is a win from MisterJivs. As things stand right now, it is 7-0. Am I right, Sheldon? It's 7-0?
7-0 it is.
And I'm not sure how I feel about that Shank pick. It's not so much about the matchup. I think it's just maybe the actual character knowledge by MisterJivs himself. He didn't seem to be making any use of his plus strings. He's gone for Shang Tsung again.
Well, look, he knows that Ulcer is not working. He knows that he's got to do something different. But Forensic's got the answers. He's got his overhead. He's got his low. He knows what's working against MisterJivs, and he's doing the same thing, just against a different character, and not giving him the shape-shifted training time. Although MisterJivs is hitting it, and I'm hoping that he does change it, and we see us 7 straight wins in a row. But right now, it just looks like Forensic's walking over. Paulo, what do you think is going to happen this round?
I hate to say this, but I don't see much of a difference in the outcome of this match either.
Well, I saw the first slide. First slide has happened. So just watch for the next one.
Not sure if that was an attempt at a stagger there, but unfortunately fails. See, Sheldon, some very odd moves coming out here from MisterJivs, kind of suggesting that he's not 100% familiar with the character. He knows how to play Shang Tsung, but I don't think he knows too much about, how to make Shang Tsung's tools. Well, as I'm saying that, he finishes that first round, so I might be completely wrong here.
He just came back. He just brought it back.
Only a real master comeback. I don't think we can call it that just yet.
I'll tell you what. I strive to get that bloody achievement on Mortal Kombat X on Steam for so long. So long. That eventually I just asked Parrot to help me. I'll be honest though. Because it was online ranked match.
Was that the requirement to get that in an online ranked match? Okay, is this the punish that we were waiting for? No, unfortunately not. He gets the first part of the punish perfectly fine, eats a crushing blow, and thank you for round 2. Sub-Zero taking that. I'm just not seeing enough in MisterJivs Shang Tsung to suggest to me that he's completely aware of how to play this character. He knows how to do the special moves.
I mean, there was a punish there, so he was fully available.
Absolutely. Overhead low, crushing blow. Suddenly MisterJivs is on 35% life.
I mean, doing the shapeshift projectile combo rebuckle, whatever it's called, right next to Sub-Zero is not looking very good. And once again, Sub-Zero just taking it. I don't know what MisterJivs is doing with Shang for that to be the first thing that you go for. Is he finger slipping? Is he caught pressing buttons? Is he having a hard time? Is he feeling pressure? I mean, is this his first on-stream kind of thing going?
In fact, apart from the tournament that he took part in November, this is his first to 10 that he's been invited to.
Well, I'll tell you what, like a champ, he's in attendance, and he's not giving up. He goes straight back into character select. He either goes straight back to Frost or goes straight back to Shang.
Big trouble.
We've seen development. Don't get me wrong. We've definitely seen him learn from his Sub-Zero mistakes, but Forensic changes it up just a niche. A little bit of noosh changes. And just another solid win for Forensic. Carlo, what you thinking?
I'm actually just catching up on the chat right now.
What's happening in the chat? Looks like we've got a bunch of boys in attendance. We've got Para, Rodney, Andy, Ngoni, Panda.
Is Ngoni there as well? Ngoni's actually been here just about every stream that week. So, oh, I see what they are referring to. I've actually got the incorrect names on the YouTube chat. First, to start off with a crushing blow there, and that may be the kind of momentum that MisterJivs needs right now. Air escape? Not
Oh,
quite
I see
sure.
what you're saying. Your YouTube name for the stream is incorrect.
Yeah, I think it's actually that by default, so I might just go into my YouTube settings. I'll sort that out now, guys.
Okay, nice one. Let me keep track. All right, Sub-Zero coming in. But Shang coming in with a grab. He's looking good on the health lead. Good projectiles. Bit of footsie game. Sub-Zero. Oh, caught. But not finishing that combo is MSG. Sub-Zero taking full advantage. Slide. This is the crushing blow. No,
And
it's
that's
not.
number 2, Sheldon. That's number 2.
The number 2.
That's
Okay,
number 2.
there we go.
Why did he
Oh,
not finish that combo?
doesn't matter.
This is going
It
to
looks
be
like
a
he's still got
heartbreak.
it.
Oh gosh, that was a heartbreak
one.
waiting to happen, but he pulls
It
pulls
was.
it out of that.
Round 2. Fight.
One small dick punch for the win. There we go. Keeping him away. Good corner carry. Good footsie game. Oh, not falling for it this time. Just a grab for the punish.
Just a grab. That should be the crush.
There it
No,
is. No, maybe. So he's obviously got hold to release on. Escape failed, so that must mean that Shang's got a crushing blow loaded with his grabs. Don't know what the requirements is for that, but I know there is one.
I'm not sure if his grabs have a crushing blow attached to them, Sheldon. I'm not 100% sure. Maybe somebody in the chat can just let us know.
Yeah, that'd be good. Good wake up. Oh, but literally, that down 2 was colder than a witch's city, face down in a brass bar in the snow.
I find it extremely difficult to follow on with what you were saying right now, but I think what you were basically saying there is Shang Tsung is getting his ass handed to him. Unfortunately, there's no
in so
other way
many
to
words.
put it. Forensic just coming through with so many mix-up, putting Shang in a bit of a blender here. Shang coming back. Oh,
Oh,
will this be a turnaround, Sheldon?
I'm hoping so. I'll tell you what. We're on 440. 440, what are we going to hit end on?
Just under 470 damage.
Oh, just a wake up.
Not
Fatal
sure
blow.
what that was all about.
Okay, watch for the slide. You know it's coming. Yeah, he's watching for it. Ready to punish? Yeah, he does. Wait, is it gonna be? Yes, it is! My boy!
You know what?
Mr.
If I were in MisterJivs' position right there, you know what I would have done? Just to get under Forensic skin, I would have given the biggest Kintaro fatality that Mortal Kombat has ever seen.
You know what?
Mr.
You know
Jivs
what?
is
That
on the board.
actually would have been perfect. I'll tell you what, I'm giving him a 5 for no fatality. Okay, the reason that's in there is no fatality. Okay, you got a fatality if you come back from an 8-1 deficit and don't Kintaro fatality. But I'll tell you what, I bet you Mr. Jivs is feeling pretty confident now. Now he's like, okay, cool, I can do this, and it's not a whitewash. Carlo,
Well,
what do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I think in fairness, that last match was an extremely untidy one from both players. So as much as MisterJivs was feeling a bit the pressure, just trying to get on the board, I think Forensic was also feeling a bit the pressure, trying to maintain that whitewash, which is now obviously not happening. I don't know. I think the momentum might have just shifted a little bit here.
Fight.
Come on, Jivan, says Jared in the chat.
And saying that was wild. I agree. I'm so glad to see it change. Can he reverse it? Imagine that. Imagine we see this all the way back.
Well, I can tell you one thing, the viewers will have a wonderful time if this should be the case.
Yeah, that's for sure. Caught with the overhead. Not today.
So this time
Yes.
gets the full combo punish here. He opts for the reptile slide. Okay, he forces the breakaway from Sub-Zero.
Oh.
MisterJivs feeling himself here, Sheldon.
I'll tell you what, I'm feeling it for him. Just the Ermac grab like that for no reason.
Okay, the YOLO slide comes again. Says
Take
thank
the
you,
fence.
take it interactable. Gets the reptile slide, takes
Oh.
that first round. This is looking like
That's what
Mortal Kombat.
That is it. What's going on here? MisterJivs is like, I'm not done, man. I'm not done.
Okay, that's the crush.
Okay, it's out of the way. You
Out
don't
of
need
the
to worry
way.
about it anymore. Reptile in attendance. Okay, some pokes, some grabs happening here. Nothing definitive. Good roll away, get in that corner position. Waiting for the wake up. You see that MisterJivs now knows. He knows what's about to come. Good down two from downtown. Oh, well, a little bit of mix-up game. Oh, running into the corner. I don't know about that. But this is looking good. Oh, expected the YOLO. And then
I actually thought that crushing blow was out of the way, Sheldon. I see it wasn't. So there's actually a good cash in there from Forensic to finish off that round with the crushing blow.
100%. Ermac. Carlo, do you see Rain was about to be there, but just not today?
He was coming, he was coming. He says, okay, well, Rain couldn't make it, but Ermac and Reptile are still here. Oh, this is looking good for MisterJivs.
I'll tell you what, it's looking really good.
Okay, uses that interactable to get out of that corner, amplified. Fireball, tries the grab.
Good pokes. Unfortunately, then got a block. Oh, well, I mean, doesn't need to worry about the. Oh, I'm
I
just caught
think
by
we
the
might
pokes.
see a fatal blow here.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
so
called it.
that's all good, but I think this actually is a bit of a favor for MisterJivs here because Sub-Zero doesn't have any resource besides his bar. Ooh,
Oh,
great
oh,
grab tech. MisterJivs
Oh.
is in your hands.
the stress
to
levels
lose.
are real.
And MisterJivs takes yet another game.
What's he doing? Oh, he's
Okay.
playing around now.
That's gonna get an 8 in respect. Because he didn't get the fatality, but at least he get a nice boulder on Sub-Zero's head.
He did indeed. Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna go in as strong. I'll go with the 7.
A
You
7,
know,
I'll give him the
I'm
8.
going. You got 7. 7 agreed. I feel 7 is respectful. You know, strictly brutality or fatality. And I feel like MisterJivs is definitely inside Forensic's mind right now with Shang.
I think he is.
Slang a ding dong.
Something is just absolutely flipped. And if he brings this back, I'll tell you what. If he gets to 5 or even 6, I'll start moving my 7 to an 8.
I'm gonna move my 8 to a 10 if I see Kintaro, whether it be on the next game or in any other game to follow. He's gonna get a straight 10 from our side.
Straight 10 coming in for Kintaro. Okay. At least I know where your loyalties lie.
Now,
Okay, here we go. Straight in. Sub-Zero feeling the dominance. Okay, good breakaway. Not letting him start off the preparation of those slide crushing blows.
short up there from Sub-Zero. I'm not sure if great block there from Forensic. From MisterJivs, I beg your pardon. Great
Oof.
cashing in there. 300
350.
close to 350. That's not a bad combo. MisterJivs is just looking a completely different player right now. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. MisterJivs.
You swear he's
MisterJivs.
been trolling this whole time, and then all of a sudden just flipped his switch. Like, okay, guys, it was fun, it was cool. I'm just gonna enable my pro mode. Getting caught by the YOLO slide again. The Forensic's like, okay, cool, you're having fun. I'm gonna bring my A game too.
Poking out of that plus frames there, Shang Tsung. Down 1 into a Ermac lift.
Caught again. Oh, here we go, corner.
Oh,
Caught with the wake up. Caught with the wake up again.
You know, everything that Mr. Jivs seemed to have been falling for in the first couple of matches, he seems to be aware of this time around. He's
100%.
reading the wake-ups, as again we saw now, he's reading the wake-ups.
This is looking strong.
Yellow slide was about to come in. Tries the short up, misses.
Oh, no one wants to press buttons. No one wants to press buttons. What's... Oh, no one wants to press buttons. What's he gonna do? Oh,
He's gonna get another 8 from me just for throwing Sub-Zero with a log or something, a twig that was laying on the floor there.
Yeah, with the kudu head. A kudu head.
What is the kudu head?
Yeah. Okay, yeah. That's fine. I'm not upgrading to an 8, but that was definitely a 7.
No, he's getting an 8 from our side, Sheldon.
It's a 10 from Forensic. Forensic's feeling it. He's like, where did this man come from? He's on 4. What's his score right now? What's the score at?
It's 8 games to 3 in favor of Forensic. But listen, I think the promising thing for Mr. Jivs is that he's on a 3-game win streak. So the momentum has clearly shifted from what I can see.
Definitely. I'm feeling myself. You can tell
Panda
Mr.
Bear
Jesus
says,
is on another level.
Go Panda Bear with the down 1 force lift, boys. You know what? If it's effective and it works, I have no complaints whatsoever. If Mr. Jivs is going to do that again, down 1 into whatever, and he pulls it off, I can't complain too much. This is Mortal Kombat, guys. Great amplified reptile slide there just to start off this round.
Oh,
That's the crash.
one away this time. Cheers. Carlo, what's happening there, pal?
I'm speechless right now, Sheldon. I'm absolutely speechless. I'm
just
seeing
watching.
I'm seeing things that I've never seen in the first couple of matches. Everything that Sub-Zero was getting right in the first 8 games, suddenly Mr. Jivs is completely away. He's blocking the slides, he's blocking the overheads, and of course he's punishing optimally this time. 333 damage coming from that. And Forensic is suddenly thinking to himself, what does he have to do here? He gets another full combo, 246 damage of his own. Kudu head, thank you very much.
The starfish.
Was that the starfish this time?
But it might as well be the kudu head. I'm going with kudu head. Okay, well, there we go. Mr. Jivs is making the same mistakes as before, but much more well aware. Forensic ready to take advantage of those, but what's he going to do? I'm telling you now, he's going to take it. Check at this.
Oh, why did he let go of block?
Oh,
He read the overhead.
there we go. Not a crush about this time.
Unfortunately, doesn't read the overhead this time around.
I'll tell you what, I'm as excited as you are. I feel like I'm sitting in your YouTube channel watching this match and busy losing my mind. And as I'm finding it hard to talk, I'm just like, come on, Mr. Jivs. I'm like, you're like the super underdog right now. You've just made it back from like an 8 to 3. I mean, nothing is happening until right now. No! Oh.
Well, Forensic clearly saying there, you know what, Mr. Jivs, thank you for that 3 games that you won, but enough is enough. I'm getting back into this match. He's now taken a 9-3 lead, but I think from a neutral's perspective, I think there's probably about 14 people in the YouTube chat right now rooting for Mr. Jivs. I really do.
Yeah.
I just think from a neutral's perspective, they want to see Mr. Jivs just prolong this a little bit. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I agree.
I think that both players have brought their A games. I think Mr. Jivs probably feeling just a little bit overwhelmed. Maybe it's just the fact that he knows he's live on stream. Maybe it's just the unorthodox nature of the Sub-Zero that he's facing. But, you know, Mr. Jivs not going down without a fight. Forensic obviously showing his strengths. But Mr. Jivs actually just saying, that he didn't realize that this is going to be such an intense bicep workout.
My brother paid a hard price.
His arms are quite lame already at this point. So guys, I still think that MisterJivs has something left in the tank.
Tournament.
Well, for sure. Well, Forensic sitting on match point. I'm hoping MisterJivs brings it all the way back. That'd be the hypest thing ever. And I just want to see him push through. Forensic coming through with a strong set, strong start, and just another YOLO slide to start it off. And MisterJivs not having any of those projectiles. Footsie.
Okay, gets the jump kick, reads the overhead, unfortunately misses the low. You see how MisterJivs just bent down there immediately after he got Sub-Zero with that attack. He almost knew there was a slide coming. So I think he's playing with some level of awareness here. Sub-Zero awake to the slide as well. That's the crush. Could
There
be
it
the
is.
game changer here. MisterJivs just needs one crush or one fatal blow.
Oh, both of them going for the slide there. But Sub-Zero's like, I am Mr. Slide.
Yeah, no, Sub-Zero slides obviously king. Sub-Zero just, since MK1 days, there was no move that was probably more, I don't even know the word to use, Sheldon, but it's just one of those moves that are synonymous with Mortal Kombat.
That's for sure. Sub-Zero slide is as famous as Scorpion's spear.
Absolutely.
Good jump in mix up there.
Gets the air escape.
Get
Oh,
ready to punish. No, it doesn't let it happen.
that's a fatal blow. Crushing blow. Okay,
That's it.
MisterJivs about 20 life points away, and unfortunately he's unable to turn this around.
And that's
Sub-Zero
it.
finishes the set with a fatality. He's gonna get a 10 from me anyway. Just
Oh,
because,
yeah.
just
10
because he
10
done that
fatality.
fatality.
Oh yeah, 100%. Fatalities, you get a 10. Fatalities, if I could give an 11, you would get an 11.
Sub-Zero.
Well, there is the option of giving no score, Sheldon, and then you can just say, well, it can be whatever the player wants it to be. You know, no score was not
I
zero.
like your reverse psychology. I'll tell you what. I'm going.
But I'm gonna give him a 10.
Tricking, so that's fine.
Guys, so that brings to an end this first to 10 sets. I'm just going to ask the players if they can hear me, and if somebody can just maybe make them aware if they can leave the Koth lobby right now. Thank you very much. I see somebody has left. So Sheldon, that was a, I won't call it a demolition, but it was a very convincing win there from F4Renzic at the end.
You know what I think? I think what a big thing about a good first to 10 is, because we all play first to 10 with all of our buddies, and there's nothing better than having a dream of a good first to 10, especially with players that might not be playing each other often.
Yeah.
I mean, like F4Renzic and MisterJivs might not ever play each other at all, but they come together now, and I can guarantee you both of them have learned so much.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think even for F4Renzic, who's taken this game by 10 points to 3, he probably got some exposure to a Frost matchup, which he doesn't get too often. He might even have gotten some additional exposure to the Samsung matchup, which he probably doesn't get too often either. And I mean, with the community growing right now, and I think what we really are enjoying seeing from our side at least, Sheldon, is the coming together of the PC community and the PS4 community. They're starting to interact with each other as well. There are players on PC who play on PS4 as well. So suddenly they're getting invited to first to 5s, first to 10s with players who they've never even heard of before. Some people are getting to see players like Mr. 5000, Shokan, X-Ray 92, which we saw not too long ago on my channel, take on Atrocity and come out the convincing winner in that particular match. So I think as a community at large, irrespective of what platform you play on, it's just nice to see everybody coming together, sharing ideas, sharing lessons, I suppose, sharing tips with one another, the community coming together and providing some animations for YouTube, providing us with additional overlays. So just a big up to the community for just playing their part in making Africa a bit more recognizable from an international fighting game perspective.
Hells yeah. I'll tell you what, I've been overseas now for 3 years. And I tell you what, I will always miss the Africa scene because there's nothing like it. The boys on Steam, the boys on PS4, everyone there is just all about being better and helping the boys get better.
And I think that
Every single group message is, boys challenging each other, having a bit of banter, but at the end of every single set, what's the first thing that they say in the chat? GG's.
GG's, absolutely. And I think with all the negativity going around, not just in terms of what's happening in the world right now, Sheldon, but just in terms of the FGC as a whole, there has been a lot of things posted on Twitter, even videos on YouTube and Twitch, where prominent members of the FGC, unfortunately, are spreading a bit of negativity within and amongst their own communities, which is not very nice to see. And one thing I've really enjoyed, not just being part of the African community, but just seeing the interaction between these guys, there just doesn't seem to be any negativity whatsoever. There always seems to be positivity being spread around. I mean, guys who are maybe even at a level that might be a bit higher than some of your more casual players. These guys, just encouraging them to get into the lab, encouraging them to challenge opponents who are at a higher skill level than themselves, so that they themselves can just up their own level of Mortal Kombat. Because I think nothing would make me more happy, Sheldon, than to see Africa present at one of these large events.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's like my absolute dream. That's all I want to see. All I want to see.
To see NRS maybe have a intercontinental event that includes Africa only, like they did with South America, like they did with Europe or with the Middle East. If that can come to Africa, I think everybody that's putting efforts into just making this YouTube, Twitch community in Africa grow, I think it will be the biggest plus for everybody involved here.
Definitely, I'm 100% on for that, man. And it's going to happen. The boys like yourself, I know Brandon's also got a big channel. Some of the Zambia guys, some of the the Gymnatrix. What are the
Gymnatrix?
Yeah, those boys, Mr. 5000 and
Killjoy,
Zaza,
Cortex,
Killjoy,
Zaza.
Cortex, all the every Africa is Africa. There's no difference. All the boys are just like, listen, we got to play together. We got to get together and absolutely spread it, because South America is big. America is huge.
Yeah.
Why can't Africa be the same?
Absolutely.
Yes, our internet might not be the best, but we're making best of what we got.
No, and I think, just on that statement, Sheldon, making the best of what we've got, I think everybody has kind of jumped on board here. So, yes, we might have some limitations, but you know what? There were no internet issues tonight, bar game 1, round 1.
Yeah.
Everything else was perfectly fine, and I don't think the setup tonight gives me any reason to believe that we can't host or have a bigger event in Africa. I think it's possible, and I think it's in the very near future, Sheldon.
I agree. And on that note, to end your stream, I'd like to challenge you to a 1st to 3, my man.
Would that be on stream? Because we can continue as it is right now.
Yeah, yeah, but there's one key difference.
All right. No Sub-Zero.
You have to commentate. No, we got to commentate.
That's good with me. That's good with me.
We got to commentate our own matches, unbiased.
Right. So, guys, if you are still left over in the chat, I see there's still 13 people there. We've just been invited by ourselves, essentially, to have a invitational 1st to 3 between myself and Sheldon, or the Sheldzable, as is more better known to the Steam community. So, Sheldon, let's get this underway.
Oh boy, I'm telling you what, I've heard some good Sheldon. I heard this guy absolutely mops. I heard it and I've seen it in the news. That is the Steam FGC WhatsApp group.
Well, we've just got a comment coming in from Bulela, who goes by the name of Ballistic Anarchy, saying, I'm not sure how to pronounce this word, Sheldon, but it's E-Y-Y-Y-Y. So I'm just going to say, A.
I'll tell you what, it's very, very well known by guys that mop. It's A saying, you better watch out, pal.
Is that it?
You better, that's
Aaron
it, you
Black.
better watch out.
Okay, so we've got a Madman Joker going up against a Barking Irons Eren Black. Joker
I'll
got
tell you what,
controlled by Sheldon, and the Eren Black pick controlled by myself. First to 3 guys, get involved in the chat. That's exactly the meaning, says Ballistic Anarchy.
I did see that. See, he knows what's up. Okay. All right. I'm feeling that Joker's looking quite strong in this matchup, but I do know that Charlie Wolf, the man himself, has got quite a strong Eren Black.
Panda Bear, Bulela, Earl Carl, welcome. I didn't see you before, looking good. The fact that you in the chat looks good from my side as well, Earl. So here we go, first to 3.
Down pokes coming in from Shodsville. Bit worried of what to do.
Carlo
Great
with the-
cancel coming in from Charlie Wolf. Who are you commentating for? Am I commentating?
We're just going wild here, Sheldon. We're just going wild as far as I'm concerned.
I'm trying to say words.
Whoop.
Uh-oh.
Gets him again with the grab cancel, with a slide cancel.
Shodsville not paying attention, should clearly be watching out for this. But not letting me have that one.
Oh, tries to jump over it, but unfortunately, woo! Sheldon overcommits.
Slide avoided. Oh, what is that? Oh. First round going the way of Mr. Charlie Wolf.
Alaric saying, I challenge Charlie Wolf, but we started 9-0 to himself.
I'm feeling the same kind of way, mate. Shodsville letting go on the last button. Don't know why. Oh, full combo coming.
Not today, boy.
Charlie having none of it.
Great spatial awareness there shown by myself, I must be honest with you. That was...
Okay. Down.
Okay, Charlotte, let me be honest with you on that one. That was a mash. That down 2 was an absolute mash.
I'll tell you what, your comment was saying, you know, it's an absolutely great down 2 coming in from Charlie Wolf there. The confidence in that you felt that down 2 was all yours, and then you come back and you're like, nah, just a mash.
That was a mash if I've ever seen one. That was,
Fair
in
enough.
fact, that was probably the worst mash that I've ever seen. That was bad.
Okay.
So
Shodsville
I'm
is
actually
now finished warming up.
I'm actually updating the score.
Oh, the scoreboard. Got you.
Sheld the Bull 0.
Tex.
Okay. What will we see Shodsville do differently here? Hopefully not fall for Eren Black's shenanigans.
Are we character bound? Are we character locked, irrespective of win or lose during this first to 3? Okay, so it's Eren Black versus Joker. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, we're
cool.
gonna stay at that the whole way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Fight.
Okay, Parasurama obviously rooting for his boy Sheldon.
He knows what's up.
Ah,
This man likes his gun, eh? I mean, whose run was going to win there? And clearly yours.
You lost, Slick.
Okay, Sheldon with some good blocks there. And are we going to see the first full combo punish? I don't think
Not
so.
today.
Oh.
Full punish coming through.
You know what actually happened there, Sheldon? I was actually looking at your meter.
I know what that means.
That means that you're
what
going to get
the
fatal
fuck?
blows.
Okay, well now what the fuck? Charlie absolutely coming in with a fantastic fatal blow just in time. Joker not having any of it is like, well, I'm just gonna eat this whole thing.
Round
When that is now the slowest fatal blow in the game.
It has to be. But you know that given Eren Black so few tools, that I'm going to say that that fatal blow is absolutely fair.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Tell you what, that command grab on the other hand. Ah! Oh, wow, I'll tell you what, Charlie absolutely just keeping his special awareness fully compared.
Bullets.
Possible just with anything he can use, Azra.
Well,
Going in with,
I think that move might be the game changer there, Sheldon.
you feel so?
I mean, 413 damage for a fatal blow that... Oh,
Oh, he catches him sleeping.
me again. Oh.
No!
finish him.
Okay, so Eren Black stealing that one.
No mercy, eh? No mercy. Ah,
No mercy. Might have some mercy on your teeth, maybe. Yeah.
Wearing black.
mercy on your teeth. So I have to stick with Joker, or can I change?
Yeah, you can change. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
No. No, I'll stay. Okay, no, I won't. I'll change. No, okay, I'll stay. I don't know. I'm feeling as inconsistent as MisterJivs right now.
Pulela saying after facing Charlie in a couple of casuals a few days ago, he's convinced I took it easy on him. I have to disagree with you there. I don't take it easy on anybody. I either lose big or I win big, but I don't take it easy on anybody. So if he's saying that because he felt like he got close in a couple of games, he probably got close in a couple of games.
Well, you know what? It's different with everyone, isn't it? Hey, you could play your best game against Harrell versus Brandon, and then you could go against
Tournament.
someone else you've never played for and actually just get annihilated because everyone plays differently.
No, I mean it happens to me in Combat League quite often, Sheldon. When you have a streak of say 12, you face a demigod and you suddenly take your streak to 13, and then you face somebody that's maybe ranked at combatant level, and suddenly he whips your ass. So it happens.
No wish to fight.
All right, well, Carlo, Charlie Wolf on match points going against the real Wolf, the Night
Let's
Wolf.
begin, Aaron Black. Round
Battle of the Wolves. I wonder if Night Wolf has subscribed to my channel yet.
Well, maybe.
Right. Putting me in the blender there, Sheldon.
Well, looks like Charlie's feeling the pressure coming in from the Night Wolf.
How did I know you were going to do that?
No! Every time Charlie Wolf gets caught by one of those, the little baby in Africa dies.
Okay.
Finally,
Sheldon
round
looking
going
much more
over.
comfortable here with this Nightwolf pick here.
Two. Fight.
Ah, bit of a pink spike there.
Hard knockdown coming in from Sheldsville. Good roll away. Full combo punish coming in from Charlie Wolf. Well deserved. Sheldsville caught pressing buttons again. Not expecting any of that.
Blender. Oh, he gets me. But unfortunately, Aaron Black just reminding Nightwolf that he can't take that mantle of the real wolf without getting past this wolf. Okay, Sheldon backing off.
Sheldsville not knowing what to do, so just down poking and blocking, apparently.
Okay, and here we have some momentum.
A little bit of life coming in, yeah.
Let me just warn you, Sheldon, I do have a fatal blow.
Thanks. Great warning. I don't know what to do now. I like that reverse psychology, and it didn't work today.
It didn't work today, unfortunately.
Sheldsville with a return. And feeling dangerous.
Will he live to regret that?
Probably.
Will he live? Woo! Oh, no bullets. Okay, let me just refill here quickly.
Oh, and he does! He regrets it completely. Sheldsville.
Okay, but we've still got 12 seconds, Sheldon, so I'm gonna return the favor.
Sheldsville absolutely ecstatic. He can't contain himself. He's dancing.
What is
Sheldon
it now?
bringing it back.
Is it 2-1?
2-1. It's 2-1. Is this comeback possible? Stuck with Nightwolf. He's there. He's at it, and just bringing that Wolf game strong and showing Charlie Wolf who the best Wolf is.
Not just yet, huh? Not just yet.
I don't know when last I saw 2 mercies in the first to 3. It's just shit is blowing up right now.
Badass. Ticks.
Did I see a Charlie Wolf has done a change?
No.
Is he still doing barking iron or 52 card pickup?
No. 52 card pickup. I will save that for another day. If anything, if there is going to be a change, I might go locked and loaded.
Lost you a bit there, Carlo.
I say if there is going to be a change, it's going to be locked and loaded. It won't be 52 card pickup. Not today.
Okay, got you.
Round 1. Fight.
Sheldsville feeling the pokes. Should have finished that off. Caught him whiffing.
Ooh, and that's going to be a
Caught him with the
crushing
wake
blow.
up.
And that's going to be a full combo corner punish.
Full punish of his own. Charlie sending him full screen, using all of those bullets except one, saving the one right for the end. Oof, not ready for those grabs at all. Oh, here it comes.
Ooh. Escape failed.
Oh no! He gets it!
Oh my goodness, I thought I had that.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Nightwolf is strong.
Fight!
Take that.
The last bullet has been used by Mr. Carlo.
Ooh, the spatial awareness here by Sheldon. Absolutely top draw. Okay.
Just a standing walking grab.
Yeah, just two.
Uh-oh. This should be a crushing blow. Will it come through? Yes, it does. You can tell the silence is now concentration faces.
Walk straight into the big boot.
Walk straight into it. I agree, Charlie Wolf.
Final
What was he
round.
thinking?
Fight!
Not
Ready for
today,
it
he
this
says.
time.
Catching him sitting down.
Hey,
Not today, he says.
gets the grab.
Oh, catching him in the air. Oh, the quick jump. I don't know what's going on. Buttons are being pressed. Things are happening. Oh, and Schultz lets go around the end.
That's
So,
is that 3-1?
There's only
Wait,
so many bullets.
it's not finished just yet, huh? It's not finished just yet.
oh, another Mercy on board.
Not finished just yet.
Finish him.
And neither is it this side.
Mercy.
Okay, we are on equal life now.
No, you catch ports pressing buttons. Fatal blow all the way. I'll tell you what, Charlie Wolf outperformed himself completely. He
So-
is the only wolf there is.
Charlotte, thanks so much for your contribution tonight. It was absolutely fantastic having you on the stream.
Thanks, mate. It was
And,
great,
and thank you
great
for
having
that. And thank you for that respect as well. I really appreciate that.
You know what? Anything for you, pal.
You know why? You know why that? You know why you gave me a 1? You know why you gave me a
Because you're
1?
the one.
Because I am
'Cause
the
you're the
one
one.
and only wolf that there is. So thank you.
That's it.
Thank you, chat. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a fun stream. First to 10 for Renzic, taking it 10-3 over MisterJivs. And then just for some fun, Aaron Black going up against Joker as well as against Nightwolf. Charlie Wolf taking it 3-1 over the Shelzable. Thank you so much. See you guys tomorrow evening at 7:30 for the top 8 of the Africa Lockdown Tournament, the Lockdown League Tournament, I beg your pardon. The top 8, some excellent players here tonight, myself included. We've got Alan Mack, we've got Dexter Fury, we've got Tinashi, we've got 8 of the toughest African PC players that you will ever see. So please join us tomorrow on the channel. 7:30 is going to be included in the description to this video, as well as links to Brandon's Twitch channel, as well as the FGC Africa YouTube channel. So guys, we are Africans, we support each other, we're keeping it real, we're keeping it Mortal Kombat, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Sheldon, any last words from your side?
Oh, thanks for having me. Really looking forward to the top 8 of the Lockdown League. I'll tell you what, I'll be there commentating with you. Thanks for once again for having me. If anyone wants to follow me, I'm on Twitter. I post random stuff, but mostly just Mortal Kombat. You can catch me at Shelterville and add me on Steam and add me on PS4. I'm on both. Come play me. Let's have some matches.
I will put the links to your YouTube channel, to your Steam account in the description to the video as well. And guys, just before we go, again, I'm going to repeat myself because I sound like a broken record, I know. But I'm just going to leave you before the stream ends with the AFGC introduction at the end of the video, but just to showcase it once again and just to show and appreciate the hard work that went into this by the community. Thank you so much to Chris, Nevermore, to J-Word Audio. Really appreciate it, guys. Sheldon, thank you so much for joining tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. And guys in the chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Charlie Wolf Gaming.
Thank you. Cheers, guys.
I could give a damn if you doubt me.